was that kid shouldn't have been up there.
Okay, TikTok, thank you for joining me. I'm super excited to see you. I'm pulling some cards today, and I would love it if you would join me. Okay, wait a minute. Going to pull one for the collective. Yeah, okay. So I'm live on Facebook. On YouTube. Let me see what Facebook is doing. Hey, thank you for joining. If you have any questions, you can ask a question, or you can ask for a message, a reading. I'm pulling right now from the Are we live? I don't think so yet. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if I'm live or not. Hang on, let me look. All right, so I have a card for all of us for the collective. My name is Tammy Morrison. For those of you that don't know me, I am an intuitive healer, a spiritual teacher, mentor, a psychic medium. I'm a lot of things. And the card that I pulled for all of us is Surrender to Prayer. I don't know why that's popping out. Okay, so hold on a second.
We went to a friend's house tonight to study for a test that I have tomorrow at school.
All right, I had to take that off because that was irritating my nerves. Okay, so this is what I got for you guys. Surrender to prayer.
She said, love y'all, and he left. I'll be back soon. I heard him go to the back door.
I guess this is on. Hold on, y'all. Let me check. I'm checking Facebook because I was trying to go live on Facebook, YouTube, and also let me see if I'm live actually. Nope, it don't look like I'm live. How did that go? I don't even know what's going on, y'all. Okay, hang on one second.
My friend, he said, who that is? Because he was looking at you. I said, I don't know who that is.
Nope, for some reason I am not live on Facebook. Now, let me go one more time. Okay, so surrender to prayer. That is what we are being called to do today, is surrender to prayer. Surrender to prayer.
There were two policemen at the front door, and they came and said,
okay, let me try this real quick.
They said they found our son.
It's all kind of craziness going on with social media today. So I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about paying attention to your body, because that is one thing that I have had to do recently, was pay attention to my body. And so what I mean when I say that is when your body starts speaking to you and you start realizing and recognizing, I suppose I am live, but I cannot see it. Hold on. Y'all, this is like messing my mind up. Hey, Dr. Marnie, thank you for joining. Let me see if I am live on Facebook. I'm sorry, y'all. I hate to be a bore, but I try to maximize my time. Try to maximize when I am working on things. You know what? I think I must be live. Shit, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go forward and just keep on moving with it. Thank you so much for all of you that are joining me. You want to surrender to prayer. Surrender to prayer. So that is something that has come for all of us. And so I know that it's come for all of us because we're in this period of time. Now we are at, I think Mercury retrograde has begun. We were also in all of these other retrogrades. I think Venus retrograde and some other things before that. But that is always an extra thing, is the Mercury retrograde. And so surrender to prayer is what has come for all of us, for the collective. Surrender to prayer. Give yourself over completely to prayer. When you pray from your heart, you will be heard throughout the universe, and answers and support will arrive. And so when you begin to give yourself over to prayer, you begin to really seek and go deep into prayer, then the answers will show up. And so what I'm saying is that when you start to really connect with your spirit team, because that is one of the things that I absolutely love to talk about, is connecting with your spirit team. Thank you so much for the love. Connect with your spirit team and really begin to, talk to your angels, talk to your guides, because we all have angels and guides that, some of them have been with us for our lives. Like, I know that Archangel Michael has been with me because I have seen him actually a few times over my life. Now, I'm saying this because right now for me, I am 54 years old. I'll be 55, my birthday in November. But I've seen him and I've remembered him over time as I started really diving in and really going deeper into spirit and really understanding, about myself. And so I'm going to pull a card for us for the collective. Anybody wants me to pull a card or bring a message even, do that. Let's see. This is messages from the mermaid. And the message from the mermaid that we got today is light, 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 light. So when I look at this card, and this is something that, I don't mind sharing. A lot of people have issues about sharing, how they actually do this work. But when I look at these cards, a lot of times when you look at the card, you'll see different things on the card that will tell you and give you a cue to what the meaning is. And so when I look at this card and I see light, so one of the things I immediately see is the lighthouse. The lighthouse. And one thing about the lighthouse that I know is that the lighthouse broadcasts light. So the lighthouse is there to shine light all out there so that the boats and stuff can see. So in the dark. And so that is one of the things that I think about when I think of this card and the light. It's like you always have a lighthouse. You always have something that will shine the light on the darkness. You always have something that will shine the light on the path that you're supposed to go to. So a lot of times we make decisions and we decide that, we're not going to shine the light. We're not going to be the light, because that's another thing that I felt about this card, is that not only is the light shining, and you see that lighthouse in the back over there or over there. You see that lighthouse. The lighthouse shines the light. But not only that, but can we be the light? Is it possible for you to be the light? That is something that, is a question for you and you. Because for me, it is possible for me to be the light. And I'm supposed to be the light. And that is exactly what I'm doing even now, being the light. And so I'm going to pull a card from the goddesses to see which goddess that we are working with this day. And those are always very interesting, because one thing about the goddesses, they are freaking amazing. And if you will begin to work with them and begin to embody the characteristics that they have, my God, it will change your life. It will change your life. So, this is one of my favorites. This is the goddess Kali. Kali. Endings and beginnings. Endings and beginnings. The goddess Kali. Endings and beginnings. So for the goddess Kali, the old must be released so that the new can enter. So the first time I actually pulled this card, I thought, that's crazy. There are always endings and beginnings. That was what I thought. I was like, there are always endings and beginnings. I mean, you can't have an ending without a beginning. You can't have a beginning without an ending. And so when you think about it in that context, in those terms, the goddess Kali, endings and beginnings. The old must be released so that the new can enter. And how that actually took root for me is that a lot of times people jump up and down about, when people die and all this stuff, especially when they're, like hella old, they're 105 years old, or like I just had an auntie pass away and she was 99. I would say she's done her time and she's lived her life. And she did too. But so that was something. But when you think about it, the old needs to be released so that the new can enter. And it's the same way with lives. So now we get all upset and we get sad because people die and they leave us. But you know what? There are times when it is time for those people to release this piece of earth. It's time for them to go because new lives need to enter. New lives need to enter. And it's a balance, y'all. It is a balance. So anybody has any questions or anything that you would like to have some guidance on, I have these cards here, and I am not charging today. Also, if you are a person that is looking to understand spiritual gifts, I have a 4-week workshop that I'm doing. It's going to be 4 Mondays. It starts on September the 4th. And it is all about spiritual gifts, clear gifts, the chakras that are related to them. We're going to go into, how it looks like if your chakra is underactive or if it's overactive, and how that affects your gifts. We're going to go into all of that. It's going to be 4 weeks, and it's a free class right now. Now, the next time it's done, it will be paid, but this time it's going to be free. But it's 4 weeks. It starts on Monday. It's going to be 4 Mondays in September. Monday the 4th at 3 p.m. Pacific time, and I will have it on Zoom. You can send me a message and get the link, or I think I'm going to put it inside the link tree. That way it'll be in my bio, and you can go on there and sign up. It's also on Eventbrite, and it'll also be on Meetup. I have a Sisters in Circle immersion experience on Meetup. So it'll be on there as well. So you can sign up from anywhere in the world. And it's going to be hosted on Zoom. So it will start on the 4th of September. I'm super excited about it because y'all know what? I am certified to teach the spiritual gifts. And so this is actually the first time that I'm actually utilizing that particular certification. I have taught a little bit on the spiritual gifts before, but this is going to be a little bit deeper as far as, the spiritual gifts and their relation to the chakras, and then that relation to how it looks for you if the chakra is balanced or unbalanced, different. And there'll be also different exercises that I'm bringing forth to help you to open up those particular gifts. And when you attend live or the replay, you'll get a PDF detailing exercises on how to cultivate these particular gifts and how to expand them. Because the thing about spiritual gifts, y'all, is that we all have them and we all have them all. A lot of times people will look and they'll look at Bewitched and different people and stuff like that. And they'll be like, oh, I don't have spiritual gifts, because I can't twinkle my nose and shit changes. Okay, so that's not real. Just so you know, that's not real. That's a bunch of bullshit. But hey, it's good TV, right? So none of that. We're going to really talk about, how it truly works, in real life, not on TV and not on movies and not on Bewitched and not on, what's her name? Jeannie. None of that stuff. This is talking about how it works in real life, because people think that, when I say that I'm a psychic medium, that, I know everything, but that's not how that works. It doesn't work out like that. It's just not worked like that. So, let me see. Okay, this one. This has come for the collective, and you can grab hold of it and claim it if you want to. If you don't want to, fucking let it go. Because my grandmother always said, eat the meat and spit out the bones. So if it doesn't taste good or feel good to you, let that shit go. And don't worry about it. So this is what we got. We got abundance. 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 I don't know about y'all, but that makes me feel abundant. I am super excited about the abundance, which is the card that has come for all of us. Y'all, it's amazing. Just how does that feel when you think about abundance? How does it feel when you realize that you are abundant or that abundance is you as you? When you really begin to understand that regardless of what is going on in your life, you are abundant. There is a thing for you. When you really start to really understand and get to a place where you're saying, you know what? I am abundant. I am abundant. You know what? I don't think this thing is on. I don't know what is going on. Jesus, hold on. You were my one more chance. I never thought I'd find. You were the one romance I always know in my mind. I don't see that. I do not. I don't see me, y'all. It's okay, though. It's all right. So anyway, if you can accept abundance in your life. Accept abundance in your life. Accept it. And then let's see what I'm gonna see what we need to surrender. Because there's always some things that we need to surrender. But we just have to ask ourselves what they are. What is it? And so for today, we are surrendering to creativity. Surrendering to creativity. Surrendering to creativity. Let your imagination soar. Stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problem. So allow yourself to feel into being creative. Allow yourself to understand that you are creative. allow your imagination, because what happens a lot of times, y'all, is that, when we're young, we have all of this imagination, and we think all outside of the box, really. And everything is magical because we watch these movies and we listen to these books. Because I think about, how I loved what's her name, Cinderella, and I loved what's the sleeping girl name, Sleeping Beauty. I loved some of these books, and I think about them, you know and I was creative at that time in my mind. And so when we surrender to our creativity, and we allow our imagination to soar, and we stay open to creative ideas and possibilities. Excuse me, because what happens a lot of times is we do not stay open to creative ideas and possibilities. And so we shut down. And so creativity is not just, like I love to make jewelry. Okay. And I don't have any on today. I did not do it today, but I love to make jewelry. I have nothing on. I love to make jewelry, and that's one of my creative outlets. But I also love to write, like I'm writing a couple of chapters in a story now, and then I also have, my multi-author book that I'm still looking for a few more people to join us in order to write Passing the Pearls, which is a book about our grandmothers. It's stories about our grandmothers, and I'm so excited to bring it forth. And I'm just grateful for the people that have joined, and I'm grateful for the ones that will join, because if you had an amazing grandmother like I did, you would want to share a story about her. And the thing is we have so many things in this world now that tear us apart. But in writing that stories about the grandmothers, it's like, oh my God, it's something beautiful and something, that fills your heart, with love. And so when I consider and I think about all of those things, and you think about creativity, everybody thinks about, oh, I can't knit, I can't sing, I can't whatever. But there's something that you can do. I can't knit, I can't crochet. I'm not good at growing plants, not yet. I know it's coming because I've been calling it forth, because I know that my ancestors could grow, damn sure, because they fucking survived. I don't think if they couldn't grow, they wouldn't have survived slavery and all that. But so I know my ancestors could grow, my grandmother could grow, my mother can grow. So I know that I can grow. So I'm just speaking it forth, and I'm embodying those characteristics that they had so that I can step into that. Also embodying some of the characteristics of some of my favorite goddesses, from Goddess Ashun, from Goddess Isis, from Goddess Hathor, embodying those characteristics in order to move me forward and into doing the things that I desire to do with my life. So, I've been waiting. Nobody seems to want a card or a message or anything like that. So we're going to probably pop off here, because I'm not going to be on here for very long, because it's time for me to go get in the bed. But yeah, so this one was surrender to creativity. Let your imagination soar. Stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problem. So creativity is not just, sewing and, all the things that you would consider creativity is. Creativity is opening up your mind to the possibilities of what can happen. That's what that is. That's what creativity is. All right, so I am going to pull a mermaid card. You're so awesome. Thank you so much for joining. And I'm glad that my words are helping you, because I kind of felt like I was talking to myself. All right, I'm going to pull one for the mermaids, because that is always a good deck. But I truly believe that if we will begin, because one thing I actually just talked to my mother and I was sharing with her, if we would just begin to really start going into our bodies and really start, speaking to ourselves and speaking to our nervous system and speaking to our heart, it's going to shift so many things within us. It's going to shift so many things, because I'm telling you, since I started doing that, I can see the difference in my body. Like, I tell my body that it's a fat burning machine. And I also compel my body to heal in ways that I may or may not know what's going on. But I just know that I can speak to my body and I can tell it to heal. And I can tell it to begin to shift. And so I'm sharing that with all of you, because I know that many people feel like they're at the mercy of their body, because maybe they have this condition or this disease or whatever. But the thing is it's up to you to set those intentions, to decide who you're going to be and what you're going to deal with, because certain things I am not dealing with in my life. And I have already drawn a line in the sand and made up my mind that I'm not dealing with that. I am not dealing with certain things. I'm not. It's not for me to deal with. And then one thing that I also realize is that when you realize who you are, and I have started to realize that, I wasn't put on this earth to work like a mule, like I have done in my life. I wasn't put here for that. Now it's taken me 50 years to figure it out and to realize that that's not what I'm supposed to do. And so what I know is that Maya Angelou said that when you know better, you do better. And so that is one of the things that I have decided to put forth in my life, is that when I know better, I do better. So I started doing things differently. And so the cards that came for us with the mermaids was patience. And I laugh about that card because I actually spoke to a friend of mine earlier and we were talking about this particular word, patience. And she wasn't feeling it. But you know what? It is okay. Because I don't think none of us feel that. I think we all want everything right now. We want everything right now. We want what you call it, we want it in, we want it microwave, we want to drive through, if you drive through McDonald's or Burger King or Kentucky Fried or whatever, Popeyes, whoever you drive through, Arby's, you drive through, you get mad if it takes them more than 2 minutes because it's supposed to be fast food, right? So we're going to stop doing that. And then inner knowing came for us in the mermaid. Inner knowing. Inner knowing. And what that simply means for us is that you already fucking know. You don't really have to ask nobody for guidance. You really don't. You already know. You know. It is already within you. Inner knowing. You already know. It's already inside of you. All the answers that we seek and that we ask other people are already in there. So typically when you get a reading from somebody or somebody gives you some advice or some guidance, typically it's a confirmation of what you already know. You already know it. That's why it sounds familiar if it is good guidance. It sounds familiar because you already heard it before within yourself. You already know it. But it's a confirmation. It's something to let you know that the spirit is listening to you. Because if I'm giving you a confirmation of something that I don't know anything about, you already know it's definitely from spirit. And it's a confirmation. It's something to help you to move forward in your life. So if that's something that, you're looking for and you want to have some guidance, I would get your shit together session. It is 30 minutes and we come together and we talk. Actually, I have a 30-minute and an hour. But we come together and we talk about, the things that you're dealing with and see what the spirit guidance is for you. Connect with your spirit team, with my spirit team, with your spirit team, and we see what kind of guidance we have for you. And I also have one called an angel intuitive with affirmations. And what that one is where, you get your guidance and then I create affirmations for you that you can play on loop. So I'll create those and send those to you so that you can play them on loop, so that you can hear, I am abundant, I am free. But it's going to be based on, whatever your reading is. I am abundant, I am free, I am wealthy, I am healed. Whatever type of affirmations are going to work for you. So that is one of the services that I provide. That's actually one of my favorite ones that I love to do. But yeah, so we'll do a reading, and then you'll get affirmations that you can play on loop anytime you want to in this package. So again, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Gonna probably pop off here because nobody seems to want any cards. Nobody seems to want any cards, so it's okay. It's all right. But again, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, night, whatever time it is for you, because I know we're all over the world, all over the planet. So anyway, have a great night, and I'll be back on again probably tomorrow. So have a good one. Bye now.